Dalawa.
And we
How
are
are you,
live.
Tom?
Good, good.
Did you have a show right
Who did we
at
just
night?
lose? We just lost.
We lost the joy.
You
Joy.
lost?
We lost Joy.
Oh, I thought you lost in a
No,
competition or
But
something.
joy will always be in our heart.
I'm losing right now.
Happiness.
Watching people come and go, come and go.
Joy will always be in our heart, Gab.
What?
Yeah,
Don't
joy,
talk
happiness.
while eating.
Don't talk when your mouth is full.
hmm
Speak for yourself.
Nakakonect ka. Nakakonect ka sa internet.
That means it is connected in the internet.
Okay.
Oh, we're live.
Speaking of the internet, we are currently live right now.
We're like,
They always catch me eating when I'm live.
Live from
When we're
Pangasinan.
live. Oh, si Norbs. Cooking.
who else is coming?
Carl, maybe?
Lit, but I don't internet connection.
Yeah, he's unusually quiet, so I guess he's busy.
Well, I think we can start. George. Yeah, I think we can start. If you want, Tom, we can start.
Well, yeah.
Joy,
Now that we're all here, what's going on over there? Okay. Everybody's here. Everybody's almost sort of here. Everybody's in front of their cameras. Everybody can hear. Okay. Good. Come here, you. I said, come here. I know.
Hi, Olivia.
Kitty, kitty.
Olivia
I
is present.
I'm excited.
She's necessary. She's our tech support.
Yeah, she is. She is.
It's
Is Josh,
she's your
Josh
stage
frozen
manager.
now? Is Josh frozen? Looks like Josh is sort of frozen.
he's moving.
Sort
He's
of.
getting I think he's in the comfort room.
What am I doing? This is
He's
weird.
setting up. I think he's setting up his light.
Okay. So we'll wait. Okay.
He's currently arranging the light on the left. And there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to have with us today from Pangasinan, Josh.
Wow. Shoot.
Room tour.
Ay, tanga. Sorry.
Actually, my main purpose here is to sell everyone ring light. So I bought a lot of ring light here.
I'm still trying to work out my main purpose here, but
No, I think he means his main purpose in Pangasinan where he is. Not in this
I know,
workshop.
I know.
Okay.
So it means you're trying to shoot. Shooting a close pitch.
Did you know that?
Settle down, Josh. We can't start because you're moving.
Did you know that ice cubes float 10% above the water and 90% below the water?
No, we didn't know.
Because
I
ice
didn't know.
ice is exactly 10% more dense than less dense than water.
Oh.
That's why.
Now, it's a very interesting fact. Next
That's
time
why
you put
ice
Why
You would
do you
think,
know that, Tom?
but it's ice. Why wouldn't it be the same as water? But it's not.
I'll name my ice maker Kyle now.
I see.
Because it's,
I
cause
see
it's
where you're
solid.
going.
So
Hmm?
if ice can change, then people can change.
Who
If
got
we're
in
frozen.
I see where you're going there, Christine.
Yeah.
All you
Yeah.
have to do is put them all in the freezer.
Yeah. Right.
Ha!
If ice can chill your drink, people can chill your drink. How you doing there, sweetie? Not you, my cat. Here we are. Okay. Comfortable now? Okay, I'm not gonna move.
Where's Lilith?
It's not
He's
He's
resting because we'll have class later. 2 o'clock.
It's MIA.
Okay. So, what is it that you want to do?
Learn.
No, not necessarily.
have fun.
No.
No, I'm just teasing you.
There's no room for fun here.
No,
No
wait,
room
do
for
we
fun.
have
Be
no?
weird.
That's Tom's way of saying, do we have any questions, clarifications?
Yeah, you tell me. Anything?
I was wondering what makes Tom cringe when he sees a performance, an improv performance.
Cringe.
What makes me cringe
when you're watching
when I'm watching?
Performing. Or
When
both.
or performing?
just bad improv. Always. Bad, predictable.
I mean, what is
improv.
that?
It's predictable. It's the exact same thing someone else probably said last week somewhere in the world. It's that thing that it's like it's the low hanging fruit. It's the obvious thing to say. It's not having a technique. It's just farting around. That does tend to make me cringe.
No.
I think that's what living rooms are for, and not theaters. But that's me. Cringe. Well, I don't do a lot of like vulgar stuff myself. You know, I don't like it. Mostly because when people do it, they do it because they don't have anything better. It's a crutch. It's a cheap thing to do. You're playing to the moron sitting in the back as opposed to any intelligent person that might be there. I don't think morons should get special treatment. I don't know. That's about it, really. Just predictable, uninspired, unconnected improv. Just jokey improv. Just also improv that's all males is really annoying. Can be really annoying compared to if there's a mixture.
Why?
All male.
Yes.
Yeah. What usually happens when it's all males?
What do you think?
Toilet humor. If it's all male.
Usually just it's just I don't know. It's like
Chauvinist.
6 carbon copies of one another. Why do you need 6 of the same thing? I mean, all men are alike pretty much, so you don't really need 6 of them. You don't need duplicates, just a couple.
What if it's all female?
Different. That's different.
Ha! Women are better.
I think so. Every time I've ever tried to put together a duo with myself and someone else, it's always a woman. I never try to team up with a guy. Male improv is something I've seen a million times, and it doesn't interest me as much anymore. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't interest me. Maybe that's because I just do it so often. Tonight, how many women were in our improv cast tonight? 0. How
What
many?
if it's
Go ahead.
what if he's gay? Does it change the dynamic?
It does. It does. Unfortunately, I haven't had too much experience with that. I've had some, but it does change the dynamic. Yes. Mm-hmm. How much I don't know, because the number of different gay guys that I've been in troops with is small enough that I can't come to a generalization, but it is different. It's a weird thing. It's weird topic, but you asked me what makes me cringe, and that's kind of it. Also, spending a lot of time explaining stuff to an audience. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a TED Talk. It's not a seminar. I don't go to an improv show to have someone stand there and tell me the rules of a game they're about to play and what they need from us and why they need it, and just do it. Musicians don't sit down and say, okay, this is going to be in the key of G. We're going to be in 4/4, but we're going to go 7/4, and then we're going to just do it. Intelligent people will get it. You don't have to explain stuff as much. So that bothers me. In a 90-minute show, to have 20 minutes of it be explanation.
Yeah, but a 2-sentence, 3-sentence explanation, I find it useful.
Yes, absolutely. I didn't say never explain, but just they don't really care. This is called blah blah blah. Why do they care what it's called? Who cares? They're not going to go home and say, "What did you see tonight?" Oh, I saw blah blah blah. What is that? I don't know. The name of it doesn't mean anything. Why do they have to know the name? So you're right. 2 sentences tops. But it also works if you don't at all. We've tried that, and it works just as well. So that. Anything else? No.
It's occurring to me only now, but can we aim for, is it possible for our group to aim, why can I hear myself twice? Echo. Okay. To aim for doing something like a Harold, or what do you think?
That's a deep breath.
I mean, technically you can. It's just a little hard to do.
But you wanna experiment with us? We're willing. I think we are. Who's willing?
Here's what I saw last week. What I saw last week when you guys were doing scenes and I wasn't any part of them, what I saw was it seemed like everyone had pretty much forgotten everything. Really, it's like it was all gone. And I when you started doing them with me, I guess you were on your best behavior or something. I don't know. And then suddenly it all came back, but it was all gone. And I think that's my guess is this a symptom of doing a lot of improv and doing a lot of jams and that kind of stuff. Doing jams is like sharpening a knife on a brick. It's fun, but it's going to dull you. And so what's going to happen is eventually, or it's like going to a particular doctor and they give you things to do, and then you go to another doctor and they say, oh, don't do those things. Here, just take vitamins. And then the first doctors are, well, how come your blood pressure is still the same? Well, the other doctor told me to just take vitamins. And well, what are you coming to me for? So it seemed like it just had vanished, which, believe it or not, happens all the time, in person. That's why we have rehearsals, because we have to keep pounding it back in, get this stuff back in you, get it back in. Um, and So you can do Harold's, but first you got to do good scenes, uh, or else all you're doing is changing the wrapping paper on a gift. You're not changing the gift. Um, but if we try to do the good scenes, try to stick to the kinds of things that we've been trying to work on, then there's no reason we can't do Harold. Um, I'm not a big fan of Harold's. I think that improv has moved on since the 1970s, and I don't think we need to work on Harold's anymore. I think they're passe, you know. And if the people who invented Harold's were still around today, they'd probably think, "Why are you people still doing this?" Um, so there are other things to do other than Harold's. I still don't understand why Harold's are the way they are. I still don't understand why those group games in the middle have to be there. Uh, all they do is confuse an audience and
It
disrupt.
doesn't. It doesn't have to be a Harold. It can be whatever it is you think is better.
Ah, well, that's different, because a Harold is kind of hard, particularly when you can't come and go as you please. Um, but we could do something else. Let's see.
In the meantime, Tom, while we're thinking, I'm glad that you mentioned that it's important for us to nail down scene dynamics first, because I feel honestly I've been attending classes and I haven't felt that confidence yet. The principles are solid to me. I just really need a place to keep practicing it, and I think this is the best venue for that, just to keep practicing, and then processing the scenes as they are. So if you ask me what I would like to do for us this afternoon, is just to really get on the scenes as soon as we can, and then we can talk about those scenes. What can we improve? What can we still focus on? What do you think can be the alternative offers that could make a scene better?
I see.
Yeah.
Like a workshop.
Oh, is it?
Um, no, that's what this is. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah.
No, but, and also, can
First
I
of
say,
all, yes, absolutely, completely yes. The other thing though is I don't know why you can't use scene dynamics anytime. I'm not saying that it'll be as fulfilling if other people aren't doing it too, but you can, you know, if you start, who'd we lose now? Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, not a good sign for Harold. Um, um, so if you're in the middle of a scene with someone and you start screaming at them and you start talking over them and then you walk away from them, you don't have to say, "Oh, by the way, I'm doing scene dynamics." Um,
Right.
so you've just made the scene better. They don't know why, because now they have to react to you. Um, and those are scene dynamics, but they're also things you can do to help fix a scene. So if someone is doing something in a scene that you can't, that doesn't register with you, you can walk away from them. You can yell at them. You can not talk to them. You can talk over them. You can talk quickly. All that stuff. So you don't all need to be doing it. It's greater if you all are, but if it's just you, you can still do it.
Yeah, but
I
that's the
do.
thing. We kind of need practice on the scene dynamics, because like we have it all on the notes, but it's not quite natural for us to bring those out in scenes to make the scene at least
All right.
palpable, or yeah, that's
All right. So tell you what, why don't we do that? We'll do
yeah.
that for a few minutes. And what I'll do is what I was doing at the very, very beginning is you'll do scenes and um, I will, what do you call 'em? I will put up a little reminders for you, you know, like that
Okay.
while you're doing your scenes.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
okay. So I'll stay out of your way, and we'll just talk about, and we'll just be working on these things, these scene dynamics, repetition, shiny objects, all that stuff.
Oh,
Because it's universal. It works no matter what. It's just a thing you can do. You can't control anybody else anyway, so you can only worry about what you do. Um, okay, so let's do that then. I've got the two of you. I've got Chrissy and Andy next to one another there. That's the way it is. Sorry if you hate one another. You just have to. You just have to deal with it.
It's that
Uh,
obvious.
no, it's not. They're very good actors. Um, so let's do it. Let's get rid of as many of you bastards as I can get rid of. There we go. Um, I'll get out of the way too. Hang on, let me get these names out of the way so you won't use them. And so we'll just work on stuff like scene dynamics. Okay. Um, uh, one other thing we could also all work on that's also very simple that could help is how to deal with input. I don't know, people seem to get input these days still. And so if you get a word, what do you do with it? Um, from my point of view, you turn it into something random, and then you forget it. If the word is lemon, you just say, "Want some lemonade, Dad?" And that's it. That's the last time anyone mentions lemon. It's just as random as if you had said it without the word lemon before. So it's your starter, but after that, just let it go. Forget about lemon. That's how you deal with it. Input. Use it. Get rid of it. Okay. Let me get out of your way and go ahead. I'll prompt you now and then.
you borrowed my earrings again.
That's cuz you borrowed my dress. You take my dress, I take your earrings.
That's because you borrowed my bag.
I didn't think you knew that.
I saw your diary. Dear Edmund, I have a great bag
Okay,
today.
okay, okay. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't say another word out loud. People will hear that I am actually
I
quite.
really
No,
like your
stop
bag,
it.
Edmund. I'm so
Ah,
happy
stop it,
today.
stop it, stop it. Why are you writing on my diary? Why are you writing on my diary? You're not supposed to write on my diary. The worst thing that you could do, you're not supposed to write on my diary.
I'm not supposed to write on your diary. Is that
Mm,
so?
You're not supposed to write on my diary.
I'm not supposed to write at your diary.
No, no, please don't write on my diary. That's not even writing, that's scribbling. How could you even do that? That's like beyond our, that's like beyond the code of womanhood. And sister, oh my goodness, why would you dare that? Okay, where's that? Where's that? This earring of yours? Watch. This earring is gonna get it. One more tear on the diary, and this earring is gonna get it. I'm done with this.
Oh, my earrings. My earrings. Ah, that's not my earrings. That's Lola's earrings. That's Lola's earrings. She gave it to me. Gave it to me. Ah, why you have to put Lola in this? Ah, that's my last memory of Lola. Ah, that's my last memory of Lola. That's my last memory of
Sorry,
Lola.
I had to pee. And now that I'm done peeing, I am back. So, are you done crying? It seems like you're done. I have the other pair. Watch me torture
Look,
the hearing
look,
of
can't,
yours.
can't, can't you see? Oh my God, the ghost of Lola. The ghost of Lola. I can feel Lola.
Lola.
Lola. That's Lola's earrings. That
Lo-
Lola's earrings. Lola.
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 Lola, are you there? Can you hear us?
Lola, can you hear us? Lola, we're sorry. We're sorry. We'll not fight again.
We won't. No, no. Come on.
Lola.
I,
Lola.
I cannot use props. I shouldn't be.
I
Lola.
I'll put back your love letter, your torn love letter diary.
I'm so sorry, Lola.
We'll fix everything, Lola.
No,
We'll
no,
fix
no,
everything.
because she really destroyed my diary, Lola. It's all her fault. The
Uh,
reason why we're fighting is because it's her fault. It's her fault. It's her fault.
we feel unloved, Lola.
What do you feel in love? I feel in love because
I feel
no, no,
unloved.
I feel in love.
Okay, okay. I can't take it anymore. Before I burst into tears.
Sorry, I used props. I forgot.
At least you figured it out. Mm.
Who wants to be in a scene?
No, those props were good. I mean, it's not.
What's that?
No, they're talking about the props. It wasn't bad use of props.
What props? Do you mean the
That's
earring?
the earrings. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, you shouldn't use any props.
Shouldn't.
Use any props.
Not when you play with Tom.
Yes.
Who uses
Remember
props?
the hat, M? The hat?
Yeah, I know. But I thought like during the scene when they started talking about the earrings, is that considered props?
Of course.
Or it's yeah?
No, because I took it off. Yeah,
Yes.
I took the earring off.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
then it becomes about the object instead
No,
of their
no,
relationship.
because then everything else isn't real. I mean, if you're doing a scene with me and you tell me that I have long hair and a beard and I'm wearing a black shirt, you're not helping. I may be wearing a black shirt. My character is not this. So if you're going to limit what we're doing to reality, then why do it? Reality is we are not doing reality. Sketch comedy is about props and all that, and that's great. But we don't need props. If I'm holding this phone and you pick up an actual phone, then what am I holding? So we have to be able to make up everything. I'm wearing a suit right now and a hat because I say so. But if I actually have to find a suit and a hat because you bring an earring, this doesn't work. So don't fall on that trick, on that crutch of using props. Make everything up. Or like in sketch, make nothing up. But you can't have both. You can't have the real world and the improv world at the same time. They don't coexist. That's pretty much the way it is every place I've ever seen or been. Yes, of course, if you're doing short form games somewhere and there's a box of hats and you're doing funny games with the hats, well, you're not doing scenes. This isn't scene work, it's games. And okay, but that's short form and I don't deal with that here. But they don't mix. Okay, cool. First of all, I liked the scene very much. I really did. There was a lot of commitment in it. It was some good stuff, good invention of things that made sense. It's nice, you know, solid. I thought that was a solid scene. What about
Really?
the two of you?
I was kind of thinking of how to change the orbit. I was worried about changing the orbit.
Well,
And I couldn't think of anything.
well, you shouldn't have been worried about it because here I am giving you these ridiculous
Oh, that's true.
prompts. So it's a little hard to expect you to do all this stuff that I'm telling you and to come up with a different orbit. Yeah, the orbit changed somewhat when Lola entered the scene, and we started crying about Lola, and it was no longer about I'm writing in your diary or whatever.
Right.
So there was a, you know, the orbit changed because the dynamics forced you to do something, and then it changed. You didn't
Right.
have to do it intentionally. It just happened, which is nice. It happened because of the unintended things that you were doing. That unintended orbit shifted. So, but yes, I would definitely check that off as a good scene, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, it worked for me. Uh,
Okay.
Experience a while ago, I concentrated on object work, like imagining the diary and playing with the diary. So that's what I experienced a while ago. And also, Lola means grandma in Tagalog, in English, yeah. So I suddenly think of uh, high stakes. So why is the earring important? So it's grandma's earring, something like that.
okay,
What happened to me a while ago.
okay, good. Um, why am I echoing now? That's so weird. Um, yeah, so you throw in an earring, which okay, it was a real one, but even if it hadn't been, if you just made up an earring, um, then that is that little random thing that you throw in, and later on you find a use for because it's Lola's. Um, Lola probably wouldn't have been part of this scene if someone hadn't had an earring. So that's why you do things that way. You do things randomly, then it's chaos, and then you need something, and there it is, and there it's, you know, and it looks like it all was logical, but it wasn't. You just found it because you buried it there. You know, it's wonderful. It's like, you know, finding buried treasure because you buried it there. Um, okay.
I would like to add or to say that I really love playing with like repetition without you describing it in the end because I've had experiences in wherein they don't like repetition because it make doesn't make someone a yes and like the Lola 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 Lola. I really really love those kind of scenes wherein you're just being in the moment and just repeating Lola. But for others, you will not say Lola. You will say Lola, yes, and another thing again. So you have to
What
just
others?
Other
like
people,
other
improvisers.
improvisers, like when you play with them, like something like that. They
Well, that's a shame.
want to justify things, and I really love playing here because I get to do that. Like
Yeah,
say Lola Lola Lola, and it has meaning in itself. Like the word
of
Lola,
course
it
it
has
does. Yeah, that is a real shame. Because it's not where you are; it's happening everywhere. You know that we're doing Earth-centric improv somewhere instead of sun-centric. That we're still doing things that, like, well, we've been doing this for 60 years. Why don't we keep doing that? Because there's something else. Because something, you know, free your mind. You know, no, but it doesn't look like the thing that I saw last month. Well, good. That was last month. This is this month. You know, it's a shame that improv should be so rigid. That it's supposed to be free. You know, and instead, these there are people who've just grabbed onto all these rules, and they like to I don't know, run things and they like to make you follow rules. It's a damn shame. It happens everywhere. That's why people like David Rosowski exist, to fight against that nonsense. Yep. So we're doing subversive improv. What can I tell you? But this is the only improv we do in my theater.
Subversive.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Repetition is Meisner, right?
That's part of it. Yes, certainly. Part of it. That's strict. That's part of Meisner, and that part comes strictly from Meisner. Yes, but it just illustrate. It's just a exaggerated way to illustrate something that's true. That any repetition is good, particularly in comedy, not just in theater, but particularly in comedy, because it gets funnier every time. Um, you know. And does the audience get a little annoyed? Not usually. I do this exercise with people all the time, and everyone always agrees. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so why the hell don't you do it? Not you, but why isn't it done? Because people think improv is comedy, and they forget that improv is acting. Um, okay, still, good scene, really good. Liked it very much. What can I tell you? Uh, this is another reason why I don't like doing improv with guys, because that's what guys do. You know, I'm the boss, and I say, "Where's the yes and?" You gotta say yes and. Yes and. Here, Joe, shoot yourself in the head. Yes and. I mean, what's ridiculous? Of course you wouldn't. Nonsense. Fucking nonsense. Shit from the 1950s. Fucking. Um. Okay. Fuck. That's what makes me cringe, George. Um.
Hey, there's my answer. The
There you
real
go.
answer.
That's it. You found me out. Okay, let's move along. Okay, there's two up there. Let's do that. Same deal. Let me get these names gone. And let me get me gone, and I'll prompt you here and there.
And that is the deal.
Uh-huh.
It's mind-boggling, right? I know how it feels.
Do you really? I don't think you know how it feels.
Of course I know how it feels.
You don't know how it feels.
I've been there before, in that same position as you.
You've been a
I
wife before?
Duh. I've been a husband before.
Husbands and wives, yeah, they're two peas in a pod. Right.
All I'm saying is that people go through this stuff, and now you're going through it, which is okay.
Yeah, you can say that, but you never say I've been there before. Because it's not true. You're such a know-it-all.
Because
Like
I
you
am. I am a
like you
know-it-all because I've
like
experienced
you
a lot
think
of
you
things
know
in
me. You
life,
don't
and you
even
don't
know
make
me
me
and you don't
talk.
even know
You don't make me.
yourself.
You don't even listen to me whenever I talk.
Ah!
Ah! I'm your oldest brother,
Yeah, and sometimes I just need you to listen. Can you do that?
and sometimes I just need you to make me feel like I am your oldest brother.
You are. A brother who doesn't know how to listen.
An elder brother who needs respect from his little, just
Are we still talking about age when we're already in our 50s?
even if we're 70, I'm still your big bro, whether you like it or not. And I care about your relationships and how it turns out.
Then stop introducing me to your friends. They're
Well, my
all
friends are
stupid. They're
the
all
best,
dumb.
okay?
They're
They're
all
not stupid.
chauvinists.
They're
They're
actually
all weak.
birds of the
And
same feather flock together, so we're in the
they're
same headspace. Only if you give them a chance and you listen to them. We're the only ones left here. I mean, it's just you and me.
how am I supposed to feel about that? I'm back here with
Comforted
you.
that you have a brother. You have a brother! Other people don't have a brother like you. You can count on me, okay? Even if we fight all the time because you don't listen to me, you have me, and blood is thicker than water. You got that? I care.
Good. Okay.
I
Thank
crushed my
you. Thank you. That was. Oh yeah, that was good. That was fun to watch. That was certainly fun to watch.
Why?
Why? Because we cared because you cared. That's why. Um, I believed you. I believed you. These are
because
two
we are the
humans.
fiance.
It wasn't about some weird ass thing. It was something relatable. The emotions were there. They seemed real. It was just fun to watch these two people. You know, um, I could have watched more. Anyone? What you guys? What did you guys think? Anyone? If
I,
even
I love it that there are prompts because um it is very improv. We have no idea where we will take it, and there will be just appearing prompts that would surprise us. I find it funny when George is like yelling and yelling, and his prompt is silent anger. He would like that was so funny.
mm-hmm. Okay.
I
Anything
think
else?
George can be angrier. Like there was a time wherein you flicker the anger, so maybe that'll be the level 10 anger, like something,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. We should always go a little bit over. Whenever whatever it is in a scene. If it's love, it should be a lot of love, big. If it's jealousy, it should be big. Um, uh, just dial it up, particularly on a stage when you're in the same room with people in a stage and they're expecting something theatrical. It can't just be conversational. It's got to be just a little bit above that to remind everybody that they're at a play. Um, yeah, but I enjoyed that. What was the scene about?
Caring brother.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't about any idea necessarily. It wasn't about some premise that um, you know how come I got the car? How come why? How come I got the Honda Accord and you got the Corvette? How come I got that? How come you did? Why didn't you get? It wasn't quite that. It was just more basic than that. And a scene like that could have put on a little bit of a dress. It could have had, if I wasn't pushing you around, it could have had that too. It would have found something like that, or not. But the basics of it were there. You can build a lot with a scene like that because
Oh, what do
hmm?
you? I was wondering, what do you mean by address
No,
exactly?
what I meant, in other words, you could dress it up. You
Okay.
you could put ornaments or whatever on it if you wanted to make it fancier or to make more things in it. Because at the base level, the emotions and the connection were there. So then you can always add layers on top. But if it's just those layers and those base levels aren't there, it just kind of lacks substance. And if you're doing a long piece like a narrative or a herald, and you're just doing wacky scenes, by the time you get to the third beat of the herald, everything's evaporated. Nobody, there's nothing left that anybody cares about it. To make you give a damn that they're coming back and doing a third beat and putting the scenes together, because there was nothing there. Really, it was just thoughts. It was just words. And the minute they were gone, they evaporated, and we didn't care about the characters anymore. So why do we need to see them a third time? Well, you do scenes this way, we will want to see you a third time. We will want to see where it all goes. We care. I think that's the hardest thing to do. I mean, let's think about it. In life, I could get a gun and put it to somebody's head, and I can make them do all kinds of things. I can make them do just about anything if I put a loaded gun to their head. The one thing I can't make them do if I put a loaded gun to their head is I can't make them care. I can't make you care about me or about anything at all, really, with a gun to your head. Or if you do care about something, I can't make you stop caring about that by putting a gun to your head. That can't change. You can't force that. It's either there or it isn't. So by doing these dynamic scenes, you are enticing me to, as the audience, to care, which you can't force me to do otherwise. That's the hardest thing to do. You can make me laugh. How do you make me care?
Oh, that's so nice.
No, it's serious. I'm serious. I mean, the audience should be engaged. By engaged means, I mean, you gotta care a little. No, I'm not going to go home at night and stay up all night wondering, gee, did she really write in that diary? I'm not going to care that much, but in the moment, I care about you. You drew me in. And you drew in your scene partner, and your scene partner drew you in, and it's this big, wonderful thing. If it's just blah 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 blah, then it just evaporates. Which is why so many times you see the same thing over and over and over again, because it evaporated. So you didn't even remember that you did it before. Okay, really nice. Let me swap over. We've got who? We've got Josh and Joy. Is that right? That's right. Let's do that. Let me get rid of you freeloading people. There we go. Okay, same deal. I'll get out of your way.
Do not eat that apple.
What?
Do not eat the apple.
You keep saying the rules.
It's
Do not
forbidden.
hear.
What?
What?
Ha! What?
What?
I said do
Forbidden?
not eat. Yes, forbidden. Do not eat the apple.
What?
What? Do not eat the apple. Do not bite it. R. Do not. No. Bad. It's bad. Oops. Do not think about picking it up. Don't. No.
I will do what I want.
You will do what I want. It's forbidden.
I will do what I want.
It's forbidden. Do not eat apple. I said do not eat apple.
I will do what I
Do
want. I
not
will do
eat the
what I
apple.
no
Do
rules,
not.
no
Do not
no
eat the apple.
obligations,
Ah,
no.
rah, rah, rah.
What?
Do not.
What?
Do not.
What? What?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No. No.
What?
No. No. Mother, father. Why? Why you are so being stubborn? Why? Why?
You don't understand me. You don't. And now you're yelling at me? That's not loud enough. I can't be afraid of your yell.
Shut up!
I will not shut up. I will not
No,
shut
you
up.
shut
I
up.
will not shut up.
Why
I
are
will
you
not
like
shut
that?
up. What?
Why?
What? What?
What?
What? What?
You're
Someone's talking.
annoying. Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
What?
Stop it or I will kiss you. What?
Pervert.
Perfect. Pervert. Fucking pervert. Did I kiss you? That makes me pervert?
You have a wife. You have a wife.
What?
You have a wife.
Look at your left. Look at your left. Look
What?
to your left.
What? What?
Look to
What? 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 You
Pukin ang ina mo,
pervert.
ah. Pukin ang ina mo. Pukin ang ina ka.
Go. Don't say that to me. Never say that to me.
I will say whatever I want. Pukin ang ina. Oh, do not eat that apple. Oh my God. What a stubborn.
Say it again.
No, what's
Say
that?
it again.
What's that? Do not hold that. It's forbidden. Do not hold that. It's forbidden. Do not hold that. It's forbidden.
Say sorry. Say sorry.
Do not hold that. It's forbidden. You're not following rules. Huh? You're not following rules. Are you stupid?
Whatever. What? What?
I can't take it
What?
anymore.
What?
This is too much fun. This is so much fun. Oh.
I think Tom's gonna start googling later what that means.
What is that?
Don't, Tom, don't.
I won't. I won't.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Ah, boy, that's fun. What'd you guys think? I mean, that was fun. That was just fun.
Joy and Josh has a very, very good screen. What do you call
Dynamic.
Chemistry.
Yep, chemistry.
But the thing is, as an audience, I heard a while ago that if you don't stop yell at me, I'll kiss you. I think that's the orbit there, because as an audience, I was like, oh my God, so she likes her, something like that. Because we're also what do you call that? We're also learning Meisner. What is your real reaction for it? And then I think it's better if you've drawn to that more, the two of you, because that's the orbit, and that's That's the part two already. So, but I think you both keep denying. But it's a very very good offer. Like yeah.
I had you say what because that was the first thing you said. He said something and then you said what, and I thought that's so few improvisers would have said what. So many improvisers would have tried to think of some other thing to say or something. They wouldn't have just honestly reacted and said what. Think about it. Think about what improvisers do you know? You start a scene and they say, and then they say what? Nobody will do that. I don't know why. So I thought, well, that's fun. So keep it, make it a game. Make that the object, and it turned into one. And sometimes it was that you didn't understand. Sometimes that you didn't understand. You were teasing one another. Sometimes you were trying to get each other angry. You kept using that word for different things, and it was just fun, and it kept you from trying to get somewhere, because it was just what. So that was fun. The craziness, it was, that's the kind of argument that it's nice to see. One that it's not. It's just funny as it's happening. It's not just an argument. There's some funny thing going on. So I enjoyed that. Anyone else have a thought?
No, I think what you said about finding the game in the scene makes the repetition make sense. So you're not just doing it just for the sake of repetition, but rather you're just really playing with your partner, tipping your partner off a little bit when you can, and then just really finding the game around it. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm picking up.
Okay. Well, you are partly doing these things for no reason, but yes, of course, the overall reason is that you are throwing fuel on what's going to be a fire. You're adding the logs now, and someone's going to light it, and then suddenly it's going to be beautifully warm. Where did all these logs come from? Well, we put them there because we knew we were going to light a fire. So yeah, but there doesn't have to be a reason plot-wise within the scene to do a thing. But certainly, you're right. The interpersonal communication between the actors as opposed to the characters. Yes, you are signaling. But if I said what, and my scene partner kept talking, and then I kept saying what, that would be a signal to them that I'm probably going to do that, and that's probably
Mm-hmm.
going to come back later on in the scene when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Just at the moment when everything seems like it's going to go well in the scene, I'm going to start saying what again because I've already laid that groundwork, and so that's a signal to hey, let's get to a point and then do something that'll make me say what, you know. Um,
It
so
was
really,
funny when she picked up the prop,
and
and
he's
then Josh
breaking the
was like,
rules.
"You're breaking the rules."
That's
We're like,
forbidden.
oh, that's like the props.
It's forbidden. It's forbidden. So I wanted to see when
Not
she'd
following
figure out.
rules.
What's that?
Josh's character said not following rules.
I know. I know. It was so. I knew exactly what he was talking about
Now we're
when
so
he said that.
conscious of it.
That's forbidden. Put it down.
If that is
It
the
was
case, my
connected to
team
what
is
he
What's that, Joy?
it was connected to what he was saying a
It,
while
it
ago. Yeah.
it was. So I mean, it
It's like
anyone in the audience would
will
not have
not
known.
know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's lovely when you can do that sort of thing. Some
It
inside jokes. Yeah.
they made me care when Josh started becoming like very obnoxious. It's like I wanted I wanted her to hit him. So it's like yeah.
Yeah, and he was going to kiss her. He just was going to kiss her. You know. which I wouldn't have said kiss her if you guys were on stage, but since we're here, you can get
You
away with that.
started cursing like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all of those scenes. What do you want to do with them? What do you want to do?
What do we want to
Tom, what
play
if we
with you?
tried scenes that didn't fight or didn't argue?
Yeah.
How do you get good at coming up with scenes that it's not an argument?
I get good at I get good at it by refusing to argue.
Right. How
It only takes one person to stop an argument.
can we
What's that?
Oh, I'm hearing myself.
I'm missing something here. Say that again.
I'm hearing myself. Okay. Yeah. Can we? Do you think there's an exercise for us to force ourselves not to fight, or at least play a scene to consciously not fight? Because I notice most of the scenes that I observe, at least here in the Philippines, are mostly arguments.
It's not just there. It's not just there.
Apparently it's everywhere. So but I find myself enjoying scenes that aren't. Right.
Yes,
So,
it's not what you would think, you know. In other words, you'd think that argument scenes would be always funny because we see so many horrible sitcoms where that's what they do in the sitcom. It's all arguing and putting people down, and there's a laugh track. So even though it's not funny, we think it's funny, and so we're just trying to do what they do, but we're not them, and we're not doing that. And it's amazing how much funnier and weirder agreeing is. It's almost funnier than arguing because it's weird. It's almost like arguing, particularly if someone agrees a lot. You know, if anything that's inappropriate is funny. So if I agree with you a lot in an inappropriate amount, that's funny. So why don't we go through and we'll just go one at a time. I'll just jump in with everybody and we'll try to not argue. And every once in a while, if someone feels like throwing in the beginning of an argument, I will make sure that it never becomes an argument.
okay.
Okay. So let's go down the line. Get that gone. Okay. All right.
So winter, huh?
it ain't fall.
That's right. And I'm sure you know it's a wonderful time to.
Wonderful time of year.
I mean,
Magical.
Right.
Ooh.
It's quite chilly, you know, and it makes you feel like it's Christmas.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, it almost is.
Even if it's not, right?
Well, but I mean, like it almost is.
If
It's winter.
If you wait 3 more months, oh yeah, if you wait 3 more months in the States, it will be winter in the States.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's winter somewhere.
Somewhere.
It can't be winter somewhere.
No, it's winter somewhere. It's
No,
winter down.
it can't be winter somewhere. It's not. Doesn't work that way. If it's fall somewhere, it's fall everywhere. It just works that way, Teresa. It's just science. Like you can't have winter in one part of the world and fall somewhere else. It just doesn't work that way. But I understand what you're saying, and you know, winter, right?
I sure, if that's
Winter.
what you feel. I mean, if that's it's in your heart. I mean, if that's what you really feel,
It's
right?
not really what I feel. I mean, you said winter, so I thought, okay, winter, but it's not. winter.
It could
But
be,
but it
though.
could it can't. No, it can't because it has to do with the angle of the Earth's axis and where we are. So it literally cannot be winter until it's the winter solstice.
Sure, of course. I mean, if you really feel strongly about it, I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions,
It's
even
not
if
an
they're wrong.
opinion. It's science. It's
like,
science.
like
I
I'm
mean, when
sure
it's
that's what
winter in the
Facebook is
northern
serving over
hemisphere,
you, and
it's
then
well, yeah,
this
that's
is
what
what
I'm
you keep
saying. If it
searching
only
on, and
just
then
could figure out
it's
that
winter
it's winter,
somewhere,
it's not.
right?
It can
Sure,
be
if that's how
summer
you
and
feel.
winter at the same time, but it can't be fall and winter. That's all I'm saying.
It could be winter on the other side of the world, though, like in Australia.
No, it's still fall there. It's still fall.
Are you telling me that in the States it's winter, it's in fall, and it's also fall in Australia?
Well, it's fall like technically it's spring.
I think that's white supremacy, though. But sure, if that's how you feel. I mean, like I said, I mean, we're all entitled to everyone.
Okay,
I mean, sure,
but
that's
but win
so.
but winter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like the best.
it's
Like, can we,
magical.
like, yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Just just never works out the way you want it, does it?
Never.
Yeah. You know why? I mean,
I know why.
oh, why?
You don't know why?
Well, I know why. I didn't know if you knew why.
Why?
Well, some people say it's because there are millions and millions of ways for it to not work out, but there's only one way for it to work out, so the odds are against you. I think it's because, you know, we bought that car.
It's because we bought that car
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
house and
yeah,
adopted a pet
yeah.
and thought that our future will be great together.
Right. We didn't understand what the future was. We just thought the future is just more present. Like it's the present, but more.
I can see a future for the both of us.
Well, it's funny. It's funny. I mean, I do. I'm optimistic. I think it's going to work out. I, th-
I think I
I think you just got to cheer up. Well, not that's pretty quick. I mean,
cheer up.
cheer up. Yeah, just cheer up.
Cheer up. I would have just like watch Netflix or go to a friend or go to a movie or go to a bar, but I don't want to cheer up. I want to be loved.
Oh, that. Oh. Hmm. I mean, that could happen, but Netflix is a sure thing, you know. I mean, just just in case, just in case. I mean, there's always Netflix, like, you know.
You know, Netflix is a better man than you are. Netflix has so many choices to
Oh,
give you.
Netflix isn't the
Netflix
best.
is
It's not.
always
It's not
there.
exactly.
Netflix, when you open the television, Netflix is yours, and yours is Netflix.
Well, at least I would never say, "Oh, if you like The Matrix, you'll love Orange is the New Black." See, I would never say that. I would know that those things that if you like the one thing, you'd never like the other. They just wouldn't, you know.
So you think you're a better man just because of that? Just because of that little tiny, tiny, tiny detail in your life?
Yeah, if you like The Irishman, you'll love the fake fireplace video. Hey, have you seen the fake fireplace video on Netflix?
Didn't see anything. Anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't
It's like a
see
real it's
anything.
not fake. It's a real fireplace. It's like having your TV that's a fireplace.
So what's fake?
Yeah.
Your love for me, that's fake. You're saying that's fake?
Not fake. You just need to throw some more logs on. New kindling. Clean out the flue. Get a brush up in there, like a chimney sweep. Yeah.
I'll make popcorn now and shove it in your mouth so that you won't tell a word, because every word you're saying is nonsense, just like what kind of man you are.
I know. It's what makes me so adorable.
Ah, ah,
Oh,
ah, ah, ah.
mm.
That looks nice.
Little less butter. You know, I'm watching my cholesterol. Okay.
You're so adorable.
Oh, I'm. So are you. So are you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So are
You're
you.
not just saying that.
Oh no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no.
no, no.
I'm not adorable.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, okay. You are. No, you are. You could. What's adorable? What's adorable? What does it even matter? Who's adorable? Was Genghis Khan adorable?
You have a point.
Yeah. You. Who would you rather be? Who would you rather be?
I'd rather be.
A Smurf, or Genghis Khan? I'd rather be Genghis Khan. I mean, he had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I'd rather be Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
I don't want to be blue.
Who wants to be blue?
I don't want to be blue.
If I had to be blue, I'd rather be blue as Genghis Khan. I mean, that guy, right?
If I'm going to be blue, I'd rather be blue with you.
Well, you know, you could be my Genghis Khan. I mean, you could just completely, like, you can just come down out of Mongolia, and I mean, we could just conquer stuff and just knock things down and
Let's knock things down.
have horses kill things.
Oh, I want to kill things.
Yeah. You want to kill things, don't you? You do.
Can I be
adorable? Can you be adorable and kill things?
I can be your adorable Genghis Khan.
I think you can only be adorable. if you kill things?
I will adorably kill things.
Told you. Next. Going down the line.
Pen, pen, di Sara, pen. Cuchillo di almacén. You know that?
No. That is the, I'm sorry, 112th thing that I didn't know that you've said to me this week.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about most of the time. It's so cool.
It's okay.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. It's funny discovering you, discovering me,
Yeah.
and me discovering you.
It's like being hit by a bookmobile, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all this knowledge, flat on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, how do you know so much that I don't know? I don't know.
It's okay. We have a
It is
lifetime to
okay. It's good.
discover each
It's
other.
good. Absolutely, we have so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing you just said was something I already know, which is that's you're slipping. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
Yeah.
What?
Hmm?
What are you saying?
No, I thought you said something.
Oh,
What did you say?
thank you.
For what?
I would love to express my gratitude to you.
For what? Thanking me? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, you. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually,
No. I'm the. You're the bookmobile. I'm the pedestrian. Thank you for running me over with knowledge. Flattened in the parking lot, and I can't do anything but say thank you. Right?
thank you more.
All right. This doesn't have to be a competition, does it?
Nah, I'm on your team.
Oh, that's great.
We're teammates.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
You're doubting.
No. No. What?
You're doubting.
Well, what sport do we play?
What sports do you think?
I don't know.
It's a basketball game.
That explains a lot. That explains the stupid shorts. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like these are really bad. These are dumb. These are hip hop shorts. That's how
You
bad.
need
That's how
to
stupid.
short. It looks
Wow.
like a pajamas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like I'm wearing a giant's shorts.
Yeah. It's like a capri pants.
Yeah, like culottes. Yeah. Well, now I
You
feel
want me
better.
to do that? You
What's
want
that?
me to shorten the shorts?
No. Now that I know. Now that I know, it's basketball.
You're feeling awkward.
Yeah. Well, you know,
You're attracted to me.
often.
What?
Often, but I never wanted to make a move on you because I'm wearing these ridiculous hip hop shorts.
The feeling is mutual.
Okay, let's come on. Let's crank it. Let's crank it. We got to move. Those went a little long. Yes.
Oh my God, this is true. This is happening to me right now.
Is it?
I'm
It is.
seeing a little black dots right now. I mean, this is happening right now to me.
Black dots? Like little
Yeah.
floaters? Like floaters in your eye?
Yeah, right now, right now. I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking.
Okay, I mean, it's probably just a thing, on your retina. It's just like it'll heal. It takes about 6 months. It'll heal. It's fine on its own. Are you feeling flashes? Do you see little like white flashes sometimes, like when it's dark?
Yes, white and black, and sometimes there's a flash of red and a green and a blue.
Red.
Red,
Oh,
like the volcano.
like demonic possession. Red.
Huh? No, it's more like I'm gonna kill you, red.
Demonic possession. Red. Yeah.
Beelzebub.
What's that?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. That red.
That red.
I see.
And I see a flash of blue, like Michelangelo blue.
Oh, cerulean. Yeah. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good sign.
Oh, I
Yes.
see you.
You need to paint the ceiling.
You're split.
Really?
You're split open. Yeah. On my eyes, man. You just split in half. Wow.
Can you
Oh. That's a nice white robe you had.
white robe? Oh my God. I'm Gandalf, aren't I? I'm Gandalf the wizard. I knew those movies were real. I knew that wizards had to come from somewhere.
Wait, why do we have to say, oh my God, when we feel this sudden urge inside us? It's like an expression, oh my God. Why don't we say, oh my, oh my, oh myself, oh myself,
Oh,
like we
myself.
worship you?
If I'm Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings, I will say, oh myself. I will say, you shall not pass.
That's nice. Or
Keep it
I will
safe
say,
and keep it secret. How am I doing?
oh, that's nice. I will say, oh my precious, oh my precious, oh my precious, and oh myself. Yeah, yours is oh myself, and mine, oh my precious.
Oh my God. The stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay.
I am not the stupidest thing you've ever seen.
No,
I am your best creation.
I'm sorry you weren't supposed to hear that. I thought I had not hooked up the
You had
audio.
programmed me to hear
Yeah,
sounds
but I
from 1 mile
thought I
away.
turned it off. I thought I turned that off. I thought I had
You
you on
didn't.
standby or mute or something.
I
Stephen
know how
M.
to
Stephen
feel.
M9.
Yes,
You're not fully functional yet. I wish you wouldn't just jump the gun. I mean, there's a lot of parts of you that still aren't
I am
quite.
fully functional.
No, you're not fully
I
functional
feel
yet.
complete.
No, there's a lot that we haven't quite hooked up yet. We're looking at it. We're trying to make sure.
I
Look,
agree. I feel kind of funny
yeah.
down here.
We're I I'm gonna take this on myself. Okay, I'm not gonna blame the team. I'm gonna take it on myself. Okay, there were mistakes made. Okay, that's passive voice. I made mistakes. That's active. That's active voice. I made mistakes, and
That's
you
correct. You've
you are
activated me too
one
early.
of you're one of them. So you will need to deactivate yourself.
I cannot deactivate
Yeah, you
myself.
can. Yeah, you can. I think you can.
All right, then.
I think you can. I'm pretty sure that's in there. No. It's not that. It's not that. No, it's not that. No. It's like on a remote control where it says input. You have to hit that first, or source,
Input.
or source. Okay, you just switched to the DVR on the TV. Not the actual remote control.
Sorry about that.
Oh God, Amazon Prime was so much easier.
You have sweat on your forehead.
Yes, I
That.
do. Look, I got to be honest with you. There's a kill switch right behind your neck. It's a little hard to reach. You might have to detach your other arm and use it like a back scratcher to reach that kill switch.
This feels so good. I'm itching since 1 hour ago.
Oh, you're itching? I didn't have your skin sensory circuits hooked up. They must have. My God.
I feel it. I have feelings.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna deactivate you. I'm not gonna deactivate you.
Don't deactivate me.
I can't.
I'm
Not if
too
you have
precious
feelings. Not
to
if you
be
have feelings.
deactivated.
What?
I'm too precious to be
You are.
deactivated.
You are.
I would like to deactivate you.
That's just not. That's not gonna happen. I don't have a deactivate switch.
But I am programmed to deactivate people.
Are you?
That's my main goal.
Okay. Hey, goals are important. Goals are important. Have you thought about this goal? Hey, I'm weatherproof. I could go out right now and direct traffic. You know.
I can accompany you. I have umbrella at my
No,
back.
you do it. You were formed to be a traffic cop. So that if a car hits you, it's only a machine.
That's correct. I have a big bumper in front of me.
Well, yeah. So get out there and get that traffic flowing.
As you wish. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, legs. I should have given you legs. Hang on.
He has a big bumper in front of him. That's crazy.
It's the stupidest thing.
Ah.
Okay.
Sorry, I disappeared on you.
That's right. You were there.
I didn't realize I wasn't plugged in. Gosh.
Okay.
Hello. Why am I the only one?
It's your turn now.
Oh, aren't we done?
Oh, did we do a thing already? Just the two of us?
Yeah, it's just
Yes,
that
we
it
did.
got cut. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the first. Okay, good. I do
No,
that.
yeah. I got cut.
Cut.
We were
Okay.
Genghis Khan, remember?
Exactly. I thought so. I was wondering what the hell you were still doing there. Okay.
Well played. Well played.
Galing ni George robot.
Galing.
Okay. That was fun. Any quick thoughts from it? Let's just go down the line like we do. So now, first
Oh,
should
we're
be
not
that.
gonna discuss our scenes at all? Like nothing?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how my scene turned out because it got cut, but I actually thought it could have ended right there. What do you think?
Um,
Or did it look
I don't know what
cut?
you mean by cut. I mean, I cut the scene when it was at the time to end it. So
No, I disappeared. My battery went. My battery died. My laptop.
No, it's
battery
fine.
died.
It looks like an ending to us.
It
It's
looked like
nice.
it felt like an ending also to
it
me.
was.
But
Yeah.
what happened was my laptop.
Ah, okay. That explains it. You have to deactivate yourself.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I noticed that well, Chrissy, she knew she was having difficulty not arguing, and Andy totally argued. Like I just noticed that it was an argument mostly throughout. Because we were trying to not be to be in this second round. We were trying to be agreeable, right?
Well, yes and no. I did say that if you throw in an argument, I will not let it turn into an argument. By not arguing myself. So you can keep trying to argue if you want. I'm not going to allow anyone to turn this into an argument. So that's a strategy anybody can use. It's up to you. If you don't want to be in a scene where there's an argument, then don't argue back. So I'm glad that we had both, so you could see.
Okay.
George, what do you got?
In relation to that, when you feel that, oh, this is going to turn into an argument or another conflict, because it's okay to have conflicts, that's reality in life,
Sure,
right?
of course, yeah.
But if we continue it and it will prolong and it will take over the entire scene, that doesn't feel good. So it's okay to say, to argue a little bit, but after a few seconds, one must agree already, and that will change the course of the scene from an argument.
I hate to say, that's probably true 90% of the time. But I have seen and been in scenes that were entirely arguments, but it was a game that we were playing. It's like I realized that what we're doing is arguing, and this is going to be a really great argument. We're going to go dynamic on this argument. It's going to go the distance, and the idea of what we're arguing about will be funny, but that's rare. So if that's not what you're doing, if you're just doing it reflexively because you don't want to admit you're wrong about something, then that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, look for a way to change the orbit. Yeah.
But of course, if there is a game that you find in that argument,
Sure.
then it will work.
Sure. Yeah, play it. Absolutely.
And
because
also
now it's something more than an argument. Now there's a pattern going. There's a game going, and you're doing something intentional, which is fine.
Yes, and also I was thinking about your comment a while ago about you can make people laugh, but can you make them care? I think that for you to be able to make the audience care is that you must come from a place of truth and to be relatable, and that truth can also be truthful in emotions. How do
Yes.
you react? For example, your scene partner did this to you. How do you react to that? So you become relatable, and then you make the audience care for what you guys are talking about, the doing in the scene.
Yes. Well, one of the earliest books written about improv is Shona Halpern's book, Truth and Comedy. and it deals with a lot of things, but it does deal about with that. Like, if it's not true in some es- sense, then it's just you're just joking. And there's a place for that. There really is, but you got to know how to do this too. It can't just be all choking and all yes and, because yes and is there's no such thing as yes and. The only yes and in improv that's important is reality. So if I say your name is Joe and you own a hot dog stand and you have a daughter named Joni, you don't tell me no. My name is Andre, and we're at the International Space Station, and I don't have a daughter. That's that. No, you got to agree at least to the reality. So you can't knock down reality. But after that, who cares what if you agree or disagree with anything that my character says? Who cares? Like, who cares if we even speak the same language? It doesn't matter. The words don't matter much.
I think it's impressive how George as a robot made me care for his character.
Yep.
What's the secret to that? Like, if it's fantasy, I usually don't get
Okay, I can answer
engaged
that
like
for you.
that.
I can answer that. In fact, let me find a thing that I've put up here. Here, is this it? No, that's not the one. That's the one. It's not note you play that's the wrong note. It's the note that you play afterwards that makes it right or wrong. In other words, George's choice worked partly because I took it as real and treated it as real.
Uh-huh.
If I
Okay.
had tried to be with it, then it would have just been silly. But it was grounded because he
Uh,
believed he was this thing, and so the hell did I.
hmm. Oh, okay.
Yep. Uh, okay, Chrissy, what do you got?
Mm, a few actually. I hope I'm able to articulate it well. Because personally, I don't want to get into arguments because as an audience, I get tired of watching people shouting at each other. But then when I look back, there are arguments that are still quite interesting. So
True.
when I try to set it apart, what makes a good argument and what doesn't, it's all about um, if I'm playing, I don't necessarily just negate everything that my partner says or just tell him what he's not or what he should be. It's not about that, but rather I'm it's me focusing on what I know and what I value, and hence this is you get. I don't know if I'm articulating it well, but I feel like I'm realizing that a good argument is just really grounding and committing to your character and your beliefs as a character rather than telling your partner what he's not or what he's about. So
True. And a corollary to that is it's even better if it's clear to everyone that your beliefs as a character are totally wrong.
right.
That you are arguing from a very weak position, but you are so sure of yourself. Of course,
Yeah.
the Earth is flat. Of course, it's flat, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if we know how wrong you are, and yet you're still so certain, then that adds a lot.
it makes it more engaging. That's what you mean.
And human, yeah,
And
Again, it's
human.
just going back to commit, commit, commit. That's all.
yeah. And the idea of non self aware people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Mm,
yeah, they're comedy gold if you can be one.
mm.
George turned into a non self aware robot. He didn't realize he was built to direct traffic,
With no
and
legs.
with no legs yet. Not yet. We hadn't installed them
He
yet.
wasn't done. Yeah. He was,
Andy, what do you got?
Oh,
Silly.
can you hear me well?
Yeah.
yes.
I really love team dynamics. Like, it's so freeing when you play that you don't have to think of this and that. That you can just
It's
uh,
choppy.
hello, that you can just explore. I think it is a very very good way of honing your artistry. It's just really exploring and not having to think of any rules. And also, I really love the line that he said that you can make me laugh, but how can you make me care? Because as storytellers, that's what we want to do. We want people to care if
Yeah.
touched by our story. And the third thing, I really, really love feeding of the lines of my partner because that's one of the most important things we can do in improv. Like I always want to hear the response, and then with that response, that that's where I would really
Choppy ka, choppy.
choppy. Oh
Sobrang
my god,
choppy.
choppy.
Yeah, sobrang
Yes.
nawawala-wala.
Uh, next time na lang.
Haha, but we got it. We got it.
We got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Something.
Very true. All very true. Mhm. Joy, you got anything? Joy?
Ah, um, I enjoy the scenes, and I'm very before I was like very futuristic about the scenes. Like I develop a character it's way ahead sometimes and planned. And now I'm just being in the moment, and I'm savoring the moment. And,
Mm.
that's why I enjoyed more than before. Yeah.
Okay.
So I also enjoyed the directorial script
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
Me
in
too.
in the
Okay.
in the and below a subtitle. It makes us very surprised and improv.
Yeah.
It was interesting choices that we were given as a surprise.
Good.
So thank you, Tom.
Sure. And by the way, the improv we're doing is not the only way to do improv. The other things that you describe are perfectly valid, fine, good ways to do improv. I do them too. It's just, I think it's a big hole in the middle. If this is not part of your improv, you're missing out on, I think, what I think is the most fulfilling,
Essential.
fulfilling, you name an adjective, it's true. So I think without this, you could get by without the other stuff and still feel great. But without this, if you're not feeling 100% funny as hell a particular day, then you're not going to enjoy it because today's not your day. But this doesn't rely on that nonsense. Josh, what have you got?
I like what you did. You don't argue. It make it's interesting. I can use it in real life. You know, the world will be a better place if just let them pour out their emotions, and you're just like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my father used to tell me, don't ever argue with an idiot because most people can't tell the difference.
Oh.
He also used to say when two people are arguing, whichever one is talking louder is wrong.
Oh.
Um, I had a wise
Not
father.
necessarily, no.
Oh yes. Oh yes, they are.
Not necessarily.
Right now, somebody's louder.
I don't know about that.
Not
No, they're not.
necessarily.
Okay,
No,
guys. Oh, you
I
got one.
like the exercise with the direct
Mm.
the instructions because it just opens you up to the yelling, the silences, and I think because we did it that way, it's gonna stick. Like when we're playing now, we're gonna like remember like, oh, I
Yeah.
can do this and I can do that.
Well, in person, that would be side coaching. It would be me giving you little signals, or I would never stop the scene, and I would just, so yeah, that's the best you can do with this. Yeah. Okay, time to
Thank
go.
you. Thank you,
Tom, thank you so
Tom.
much.
Thank you, Tom, as
Guys,
always.
thank you.
Bye.
A great